Well, guys, welcome back to my vlog. I've been very busy this week. Well, the last 10 days, I've been painting the one bedroom across the way here. And Ian came to help me as well. And he's coming tomorrow to help me again. And we should have all the painting, most of the painting done in the other room. And then we just got to wait for Glenn to come and do the woodwork in the bathroom. Then I can start that ensuite bathroom. Keeping in mind, I'm the only one working during the week. I only get Ian come once a week. Once a month, but tomorrow will be twice this month. But I am doing everything myself at the moment. So if there are any volunteers who want to come and help me paint, I need to paint the salon. I need help there to do that. But the bedroom and the ensuite, I think I can cope with that. But if you want to come and help me finish the salon, I need to have it done by May when I start the bed and breakfast. So yeah, that will be nice if anybody wants to volunteer to come here and help me out for about 2 weeks. That'll be great. I would appreciate it. And what I've done in the last, I'm restoring the old floors. Let me turn you around and I'll show you. I'm restoring the old wooden floors. They're about 200 years old, and I'm doing it historically. So this, in this vlog, I'm going to show you, I started the corridor between the entrance and past the library and going to the back kitchen. I have done that floor and it's come out really nice after it was dark and grey and dingy. But I managed to get that done. And I'm doing the corridor behind here from the blue room coming to the stairs. I'm busy doing that at the moment. I just stopped now to come and chat to you and get my vlog ready to put up online, and then I'll continue doing what I'm doing in the corridor behind me. This was the room that was the storage room, and I've cleaned it out now, and I started prepping the floors and everything. So as I said to you the last time, we've got to move the radiators and insulate the one wall and then put the radiators back. So that's what's happening at the present moment. I've been working on the corridor floor as a test and see how it comes out, and it came out quite nicely, I must say. I'm quite happy with that, and I'm trying to keep the house as historical as possible, and not try and do all the modern things that has been done. I feel the older ways, when I look at the floors, is better done the old way than doing it with modern things. I had those floors cleaned before, and I'm not happy with that. I wasn't very happy with that. So I rather have natural looking floors that are well protected, and you know, in my bedroom and my bathroom and the hallway, I had that all cleaned once last year. But I'm much happier now trying to do it historically. It comes out so nice and clean, and you will see that on the vlogs when I present that to you. So yes, I'll show you how far I got with the painting, and then next week I'm continuing with the painting and doing the floors finished. So hopefully I'll have time to get time to get a vlog out for you. And in the meantime, I've also got to do my tax returns. So that is another big thing. And I'm trying to sort out my tax returns from the UK and all that. That also has to be done. And so I've got quite a lot on my plate at the present moment. I'm healthy. I'm not overdoing it. If I'm tired, I stop. So don't worry, everybody. I'm just taking it very easy at the moment. and working as and when I can. And I'm also popping out and trying to meet other friends. The Chatelaine.
On the end? Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this marks right then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got to do another
50.
50.
You want to go to the other, the
What is
width?
it, 3 what?
315. I'll check it.
I've got Bernie and Roger helping me measure out the curtains for my salon. They are my little angels.
315. So.
This is amazing because I can't make curtains.
Yeah.
So we'll see where we are with the next one.
Right, there you go.
65.
That's 50. Right, so you go another 50. That makes it 3. 315, did you say?
Yeah.
Well, I've just painted this wall all the way up to there today with an undercoat. So this is this bedroom that I'm busy with at the moment. So then tomorrow I'll do that wall. I've just got to get someone to help me move that wardrobe. And then here we've got a hairline crack which needs to plaster be put in. I don't know if you can see it there. So we just have to plaster that and let that dry. And then I can finish all these walls. I'll do this tomorrow as well, the chimney breast. So yeah, another job getting to fruition. Right, I've washed this floor, this corridor, with a bucket of water and a teaspoon of savon noir. It's a black soap that they sell in France. And then I've left it to dry, that part. I left it all to dry for about a week. And then I cleaned with white spirits that top part. And today I've done this part, right up until across here. And now I'm going to leave it for a couple of days. And then I'm going to put a carpet on it and leave it till the spring. And then I'm going to put some wax on it. That is what is recommended by the Historical Society because this floor is very old. This one is being replaced because obviously most probably had woodworm. But this floor, this is the condition of this floor. And I have started doing it up in the one bedroom as well. I've washed the floor. I've still got a patch now to do and under the wardrobe when Ian comes on Monday to help me move the wardrobe, then I will have that whole floor in that one bedroom washed with the savon noir. It is, the bottle's upstairs. I'll take a picture of the room, what I've done as well. So this is my experiment to see if it's going to work. What the bottle looks like. I bought a litre because you only use a teaspoon at a time. What you do is put it a little bit of water into your bucket and put a teaspoon of it, of the savon noir in, warm water. And then you take a brush, which I use this brush over here. I use this brush. And then you just dip it in the bucket. And then you clean the floor with it. And then I used one of these flat mops. I haven't got the flat mop, that's busy drying at the moment. Hold on, I put one of those covers on of this mop and I dried it off immediately after you've washed the floor. So After you've washed the floor, then you take that flat mop, dry, and then you wipe it. Make sure you've got spare flat mops, and you dry it. Just gently dry it, that there's no puddles. Because if there is puddles, then I'll show you what happens. So, after the first time I did it, this is how it came out. That's what it looks like. And this is how it will dry. Now let me see if I can find some puddles. There, you see stained watermarks. So if you don't dry it properly, it makes those watermarks. But there is a solution for that, and I will show you now. So if we see, here's another water stain, so I'm just going to sand it with the sponge on the green side. Because what has happened, the wax didn't come all off the floors, so it puddled up, and that's how it dried. And then it looks it'll disappear once you start doing the waxing. But that takes a long time. You've got to take your time with these old ancient floors. So this part here, I've sanded. Now remember, these floors that I've got are 240 years old. So I'm just sanding them out. And then in time, you leave it now. Then I washed this part with the brush and the mop. Now this floor has come out honey colored, and that apparently has come out like that grey color compared to this color. But we just leave it, let it dry until the spring. And then when it's dry, then I will clean it with white spirits, everything. And I'll show you what I do with the white spirits and how I clean it. Because I've just done the corridor as I explained. I cleaned that and left it for a week with the radiator on to dry properly. And then that'll happen. So we'll just leave that. Now I'm going to clean this dirty floor all the way through. And then I'm going to leave this floor for about a month till the spring, till it slowly dries. And then I'll clean it with spirits, white spirits. And then afterwards we'll have to wait and see when I put the wax on. This is what the floor looks like after I have cleaned it with spirits and everything. And now I'm putting polish on, and this is what the floor looks like, but it needs to sit and soak in. So this will take quite a couple of months again, and then I've got to give it another go. And I'm quite enjoying doing this because it's very relaxing. And I've just got this corridor to do. I know everybody says I must use Osmo oil, but I want to preserve these floors the natural way, because apparently, it looks to me as if the chateau is built in 1730, because the floors are from that era, from the, what the expert told me when I sent him photographs of the, before a little bit, I did some patches along here and showed him the difference. And he says, don't use Osmo oil because it's not right for this floor. You must use this oil. This is what I'm using. Let me just get it. Here. Star Wax, Antiquaire de Antique Wax. antique wax. So this is the wax that I'm using. It's quite a process actually. You've got to use a pea size and do 1 or 2 floorboards and then buff it up with I use this here. Then you give it a bit of a buff to warm up the wax and let it seep into the wood. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. And then afterwards, after 20 minutes, then you give it a good buffing, which I've got a cloth over there on that side over there. And then I buff it up. So I've done that part there has been buffed up. And I've got to buff up this side after 20 minutes. So I'm going to have something to eat and then go and buff that up until I'm over here. So I've got about 3 or 4 meters to do here, you know. So I've only done about 2 meters, but it's looking good. Well, now that the floors has been buffed up, can you see the difference how it looks? It looks much nicer now. And it looks lovely. So I've got, and as the couple of days now it's been, it starts going the nice honey color compared to the grey color I had before. So yeah, that's what it looks like now. I'm so chuffed. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. I was quite excited working. It's been hard work, but you know what? For what it's worth, after you've seen what it looks like, it really, the value of it, and it's naturally cleaned, and it's waterproof, and it's protected, and the historical floors are as they are. I don't want to change them into modern new floors, shiny, whiny, and I want them to look natural. And that is exactly what it's come out like. And I really, really, really enjoyed doing it. So I'm busy with the corridor. I've done the other bedroom. And once I've painted that room, the other room with the ensuite, the new ensuite that we put in, once I've painted that and did that floor, I'll share that with you as well, so that you can see what it looks like when the before and the after. Guys, I want to thank you very much. If you want to join my Patreon account and help and support me, I would be grateful, because I want to get this big kitchen done. We're standing at $800 at the moment. So if you want to be kind and join or buy me a coffee, all the links are down below in the description. So you can follow me over there. And I want to thank all the new subscribers that have joined. Thank you so, so much. And please like, share, comment, because I love all your comments. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye for now.
The Chatelaine, as we brought back the spirit